All right, welcome back. Let's go over a win that I took on NAS today. July 24th, it's Friday. All right, so let me go back to market open. Let me hit the replay, and I'm gonna go back to 9:30. All right, here we go. All right, so pretty much market open today. I start off in the daily time frame just to get overall like what price is actually doing, like what the hell's going on in the markets. So what I got here on the daily, I got price at the bottom. This is the last high we came. We kind of made a low, and we made a higher high. Okay, right here. And then price drew back to the golden zone, the 50, 61. Then we went ahead and we went to the negative 61% on the fib. So that's pretty much what the price is looking like on the major time frame is we're going up. Now, when we want to zoom into this little piece right here, right, we got also another thing here, which is an indication because this is high. So what we're looking like is we retraced, we made an indication because we beat that last high. And then what we're doing now is we are in the midst of a pullback. Okay, so that's pretty much what my analysis was going into the market today on the daily. And if I look here, this is a bearish reversal pattern, which is a rounding top. On the higher time frames, the daily, the 4 hour, when price is reversing, it's going to take a sweet little time, like a big old truck at a stoplight. Okay, so now let's jump down to the 30-minute. Jump down to the 30-minute, and then what do I got going on here? I got a trend line right here, and I got another trend line right here, and I got another trend line right here, and then I got some fibs. So pretty much what price is going on to is price is respecting this trend line, and then I have to draw another trend line because this low did not make it to where these trend lines, this one, and this one were meeting. So what happens, we came down, we made a new low from this past low, and then we came up, and then we made a lower low. So all this is signs of market is going down, which fits my bias on the daily. So now we're in a 30-minute. And so I'm like, okay, we got double top. We didn't quite reach the trend line. So let me draw another trend line. So that's what this trend line here comes into play. So we see price came here, made this trend line. Also, I wanted to go under here to see like what's going on. So what I did is I drew another trend line from here, touching these highs. And then when price bounced off of here, it went up. And I really wanted to draw that trend line to see how price would pretty much react down here. I don't really need this trend line anymore. So what happened was, if I zoom in now onto minor structure, which is, well, it's 30 minutes. We're in minor structure. So what do we have price doing here on my fibs? We got price here. We are going down. We made an indication correction to the 61.50, and then we finished out at the negative 61. Right at the negative 61, that's pretty much when it's time for a reversal. So once we got down here at the negative 61 right here, we made another indication, start from here, right? Correction to the 50. We chopped a little bit, came back to the 50, and then we ended up trying to touch the negative 61, but we could not. Now, why we could not? Because this higher time frame trend line right here, price is not willing to break that and go to that. Why? Because we got them Chicago Bears coming in, them selling pressure coming in, right? On a higher time frame, we're reversing. So we got all types of pressure to go down. Okay, so we came back, grabbed some internal liquidity, and tried to come back up. Could not, just to touch the trend line, double top. We dropped down, dropped it like it's hot, right? All right, so what we got going on this leg right here? Let me draw my tool. So from the top, made an indication right here. We came up. We try to come up for a correction. This right here was what I was looking for in market open. We chopped a little bit. I thought price was going to like come up in here and then sell like hell, right? But price didn't. Why? Because all that sales pressure. So with that being said, let me drop down to the 1 minute in the time frame which I take trades on, right? So okay, understanding major and minor structure. Now we in microstructure. I know exactly where price is going, right? I'm thinking price is going to come up here and then we're going to drop. We're going to descend down to the depths, right? Okay, so as market open, this is where we at. I'm worried because I'm like, yo, look at this big old candle. This big old red candle just literally engulfed like the last freaking 20 candles, if that, if more. So this red candle just engulfed it, which means we have large institutions selling big money. We got big money coming in. They about to push the market down. So I'm looking for a retracement, and I'm looking for this thing to melt. And I'm like, I don't even know if we gonna get back up here, low key, for real. We already broke this zone. So what I started doing on the 1 minute, I came here and let me do this. So I started marking up my zones here, here, here. I'm just extending these support and resistance lines. Really, that's all I'm doing. All right, so once I mark my zones, I'm pretty much I'm looking at the charts and whatever. I thought I marked some zones here too. But anyways, so boom. So here we are, market opens, immediately market shoots down, and we get some exhaustion. I actually was looking to buy down here. I was thinking about buying down here. I was really thinking about it. And I was like, man, this ended a nice rejection to this zone. I like their rejection. And my overall bias, mind you, is that we're going to retrace up here to the 50 so we can keep selling. That's my overall bias. So I'm actually I'm actually looking at buys. I would have brought at this point, but what happened was price came in, right? And we engulfed this candle. So okay, at this point, I'm like, all right, bet. This is looking like a nice buying opportunity. I'm not even sure if I would have used the whole zone. I probably would have put my stop loss here just because it's so big zone. So okay, boom, price came. Price never tapped me in. If price would have came, tapped me in, I would have got in for a buy, and I would have tried to take it up to the next zone, probably here or here, or something like that. All right, let's keep going. Boom, price kept going. Price never tapped me back in. Okay, so that's done. We brought. So now I'm looking at this right here. So boom, once this candle got up here, I'm like, yo, we about to just like we ain't even come back on this candle, yo. We about to just go. Price is about to go. I'm gonna have to wait to get my sales in. And then all of a sudden, literally within 5 seconds, this joint said zoop, right? And another 10 seconds, pop, right? We were like right here. I'm like, oh, okay. Remember this big candle at the beginning? I always keep these things in the back of my mind. I'm like, well, we had a big candle, big money coming in. I'm like, yo, we bought the rock. We just broke. We rejected this zone. We broke this zone. We broke this zone. And we was like right down here. So I'm like, bet. No, we was right here. So we broke 1, 2, 3 zones and rejected a zone and just engulfed a green candle in less than 20 seconds. So I said, bet this is my zone. When price return here, I'm getting in. And what do you know? Price came, tapped me in, coach. We went straight to TP. Now, the reason why I got out the trade is because of how this candle closed here. Because of how this candle closed, when that candle closed like that, I immediately got out because, mind you, I'm like, back in my mind, I still think price is going to buy up, right? I don't know. I know right now I got some profit, so I went ahead and closed the trade because what price could have did, it could have did this. Price could have got here, rejected, right, and went back up, right? No, it's Friday. I'm going to take it, but price price pretty much retraced, and I mean just absolutely just melted. So that was the trade for the day. Pretty good win.